Pittsburgh Steelers offensive coordinator Matt Canada clears up all the drama surrounding the running back number 1 spot and says that Najee Harris is still the starter. And also, the Steelers have released Cody White and Hakeem Butler at wide receiver and signed 2 more players. So let's start there. The first topic, Najee Harris is still the starter. Many people were wondering, hey, Jaylen Warren, he looks explosive, he looks physical, maybe he's going to start getting more reps and maybe beat out Najee Harris as a number 1 running back. Well, Matt Canada went a 93.7 The Fan, and he did an interview, and he was asked probably questions about Jaylen Warren and Najee Harris, and he was really strict with his answer. Here's what he had to say. Here's his full quote. "We're going into it like that. Najee is our 1. There's no doubt about that. I think we're protecting him to get him to that point. We're never going to lock ourselves into any kind of what it's going to be or how's it going to go. I don't think that's fair to anyone, but certainly we're planning on Najee being Najee, and we're starting the regular season with him." So that's what he had to say. He cleared up all the rumors, basically saying Najee is still our guy. In the preseason opener, Harris, he didn't even see a single carry and caught only 1 short pass, and over the weekend on Saturday, he carried the ball twice for 6 yards. On the other hand, in the first game, Jaylen Warren had 3 carries for 13 yards, I believe, and just this past weekend, he had that 1 carry for that long touchdown, and he looked explosive. And just the recent days is when these rumors started to appear, where many people thought maybe Jaylen Warren could overtake Najee Harris because he's more enough explosive back, and Najee Harris is one of those guys going to wear you down because he's only going to get a few yards here and there. Yes, he could break a long one here and there, but he's more of a guy who's going to wear you down as the game goes along. But you have to think about it like this. There's a 1-2 punch. If Najee Harris is wearing you down and having those 1 to 4 yard gains, and the defense has to tackle a strong running back over and over again, and then you put in Jaylen Warren, and Jaylen Warren's fresh, then you could burst out a big run, an explosive run. So you have to think about it like that. And that's what the Steelers want to do. The Steelers still want to run the football. I know they have all these weapons at the receiving positions like wide receiver and tight end, but they still want to run the ball. That's Matt Canada's identity as an offensive coordinator, and that's the Steelers' identity for offense forever. So the Steelers want to wear you down, get the defense tired at the running back position, have them running the ball over and over again, and then when Jaylen Warren comes in, being fresh, and everyone else is tired, that's when he could break a long one, and the Steelers' offensive line could run block for good. So Matt Canada, he officially says that Najee Harris is still the running back number 1. But just in case for all the people wondering and saying maybe Jaylen Warren down the road could overtake Najee Harris, Matt Canada did leave that door open in that quote, because he said he's never going to lock in someone and then down the line someone overtakes another player. So the door's still open. Maybe down the road, if Najee Harris just doesn't produce and Jaylen Warren continues producing at a high level, maybe Matt Canada leaves the door open for Jaylen Warren. And now, let's move on to the second topic of the video. So, officially, the Pittsburgh Steelers have made several roster moves on Monday. They've signed wide receiver Aaron Cruikshank and also linebacker Kunani Dang. The team announced this on Monday, and in corresponding moves, the team has waived injured wide receivers Cody White and Hakeem Butler. But first, I'm going to start off the players that they released. So, Cody White, he was having a good summer and looked to have strong odds maybe to make the practice squad for the Steelers, and it's unknown when he really got hurt or injured. He played in Saturday's preseason game against the Buffalo Bills, seeing offense and special team snaps for the team. He has spent several years on the team's practice squad already because the team likes his size, versatility, special teams impact, and have him ready on the practice squad. He's been updated and kind of raised to the team roster whenever someone got injured and filled in a role there. So there's a reason why he got released, but I just don't know what his injury was. And Hakeem Butler, he missed the game for unknown reasons this past Saturday against the Buffalo Bills. He signed from the XFL earlier this offseason, and many people thought that he had an impact on the team and was going to make an impact. He earned plenty of buzz when he first joined the team, but he had a quiet training camp. He had many drops during training camp and not enough big plays. he got injured and he missed the Saturday's game. He was a 6'5" receiver, so he's a big guy. He made all the plays that you needed to see in the XFL, and many people thought that he's going to come in, make the exact same plays that he did not get an opportunity last time when he was in the NFL with the Arizona Cardinals, and make the exact same plays he made in the XFL for the Steelers. But obviously not. He had a bad training camp. He had a few drops here and there, not enough big plays, got injured, did not play in enough preseason games, did not produce in the preseason games, and the Pittsburgh Steelers have also released him. But the Steelers releasing these guys, if both of them clear waivers after it, they'll both revert to the IR, and the Steelers will still have them on the team. That's if they don't have a team settlement with them, an injury settlement. They could keep them on their injury reserve, and that means that they're on the Steelers roster, but they're just injured. So that's what they could do with Hakeem Butler and Cody White if they clear waivers. They could still be on the team if they want them and if they clear waivers. So the Steelers, in corresponding moves, have also signed some other guys. They've signed wide receiver Krushank. He began his college career at Wisconsin before transferring to the Rutgers. Though he's undersized, he's 5'9", he weighs only 165 pounds, but he's very versatile. He was a jack of all trades during his college career as a receiver and both returner and runner. He had 5 career return for touchdowns, 4 kicks, and 1 punt taken back as touchdowns, and he went undrafted. He spent time this summer with the Chicago Bears, but on August 11th, he was waived by them, and now the Steelers, they've added him to the roster. Also, the next person the Pittsburgh Steelers signed, Dang. In 2021, Dang, he spent his rookie season with the Chicago Bears as well. Processing good, size at 6'5", he weighs 240 pounds. He recorded 121 tackles in the 2019 season for the Cal Golden Bears. But also in 2021, he missed most of the season with an injury. He appeared 4 games only with the team, and he made only 2 tackles. And in 2022, he saw action for the Atlanta Falcons in the NFL, and that's where he signed by the Bears after he got injured. Though after 1 week with the Chicago Bears, that's when he was released, and now just recently, the Pittsburgh Steelers have added him to the roster. So the Pittsburgh Steelers make moves. They cut Hakeem Butler and Cody White, and they signed wide receiver Aaron Krushank and linebacker Kuani Dang to the team to fulfill the roles. The Steelers just went from having a 6'5" wide receiver to now having a 5'9" wide receiver. How the tables have turned. They went from having a guy who can make big plays on the field to a guy who's more of a speedy person. And they also went from a person who could have made the 53-man roster. Many people thought Hakeem Butler had a really good chance to make the 53-man roster, maybe over Gunnar Olszewski or Miles Boykin, but obviously not. They've released him, and now they've signed multiple guys to replace their spots on the team. But with that being said, that's the end of this video. But let me know down in the comments below, how do you feel about these 2 topics that I've talked about during the video? How do you feel about Matt Canada saying that Najee Harris is the clear running back number 1 and they're preserving him for the regular season, but maybe down the line, if Jaylen Warren does become more successful and keeps overtaking, then maybe he could have a role. Let me know your thoughts on that, and also let me know your thoughts on Hakeem Butler getting released by the Steelers alongside Cody White, and the Pittsburgh Steelers signing this new wide receiver and signing this new linebacker to the team. I believe the new linebacker and new wide receiver, they're not going to have a chance to make the roster unless they completely show out. And I mean completely. Explosive play, going for like 200 plus yards on the first preseason game next week. But that's not going to happen. So I believe that they have a chance to make the practice squad. Everyone always has a chance to make the practice squad because the Steelers, they love keeping players there and kind of, if someone gets injured, raising them up to the main squad. So they may not have a chance at the 53, but they sure have a good chance on making the practice squad. So let me know your thoughts on those 2 players as well. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below as well. If you like serious content and analysis and reports, like the video, turn on post notifications down below for his channel so you get notified whenever I post the next Steelers video and you get that notification right away. Click the bell down below. I cover everything Pittsburgh Steelers, news, rumors, reports, everything like that. If you want to stay in one spot and stay up to date with everything of your Pittsburgh Steelers and the football season, this is the spot for it. So like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications for the channel, and I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.